had the feeling lately that the country seems to be getting a little more crowded, you're right. The tally board at the Department of Commerce tells the story. The population of the United States...
Come on, hold me tight. I love you.
Live from the area's leading news station, this is News 4 at 11.
And they're shopping, socializing, and surfing online. We'll take a look at the growing number of baby boomers who are staying connected with people their own age. The fastest growing population online, the boomer generation, getting a lot of attention now from new sites catering to their interests and needs. Jim Hanley is here now with more on this story. Jim?
Jim, you could call it a booming business. The 40-plus set is the hot new audience online for advertisers and people looking to make web connections with others their own age. Every 7.5 seconds, someone in this country turns 50. A growing number are becoming seasoned surfers.
We grew up with the first generation of TV, and we are used to getting information when we want it, how we want it. And I think we're very conscious about what's real and what's not.
boomj.com has an active political page with an eager audience.
This is the group that goes out and votes.
There are 78 million boomers. As many internet users are 55 and older as there are 18 to 34.
Welcome to the Forge.com video network. I'm Jennifer Lee. $1 trillion. $1 trillion. That's how much disposable income it's estimated that two generations will have when they retire. That is the baby boomers, which we all know, and Generation Jones. That's the group of Americans slapped right between the baby boomers and Generation X. Here to speak with me today is the man who coined the phrase Generation Jones. He also sits on the advisory board of a new website, boomj.com. Thank you for joining us, Jonathan Puntel.
Well, what boomj is doing in part is when you sign up, you give your birth year if you're bold enough, and then that will get content, whether you're Jones or Boomer, shifted to you depending on your generation. And so, there's these two groups, partly because of life cycle, have different interests. Boomers, of course, are older and are thinking perhaps a bit more about retirement. Jonesers, the youngest Jonesers, are in some cases still finishing grad school and going. So it's very different points in the life cycle. And in terms of generational personality, there's many differences between the way these two generations think and act and buy.
And they're big online shoppers too, right? They have a lot of money. They're shopping.
Right. It's a real sweet spot on the internet because Generation Jones is young enough that we're online more than older generations, but at the same time we have enough money in our pockets that we can actually spend money. So online.
When you're a teenager, you think you can do anything, and you do. Your 20s are a blur. 30s, you raise your family, you make a little money, and you think to yourself, what happened to my 20s? 40s, you grow a little pot belly, you grow another chin. The music starts to get too loud. One of your old girlfriends from high school becomes a grandmother. 50s, you have a minor surgery. You'll call it a procedure, but it's a surgery. 60s, you'll have a major surgery. The music is still loud, but it doesn't matter because you can't hear it anyway. The 70s, you and the wife retire to Fort Lauderdale. Start eating dinner at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You have lunch around 10, breakfast the night before. Spend most of your time wandering around malls looking for the ultimate soft yogurt and muttering, how come the kids don't call? How come the kids don't call? The 80s, you'll have a major stroke. You end up babbling to some Jamaican nurse who your wife can't stand, but who you call mama. Any questions?